So today we're reviewing Ant-Man.
Into the darkness, we are one. Into the darkness.
So Ant-Man is about Paul Rudd as Scott Lang. That he starts out in jail. He's
kind of just a bad person. He's trying to get through a divorce. He wants to see his daughter,
but he can't stop stealing.
Yeah, and his his ex-wife's new husband is a cop who's making sure he stays in jail, and he's bad to start, and I guess at the end he's not terrible. He's just kind of an annoying character, I guess. He's definitely not the villain at all. And I definitely like this movie. I mean, going into it, I did not know what to expect since I've never heard of Ant-Man. Yeah. And I mean, the trailers were definitely kind of interesting, just seeing someone like shrink to that size. I mean, we've never seen a movie like this before.
Yeah, Ant-Man was a movie that I did like it. I was excited for it, and there's different aspects that I liked. I didn't love this movie, but I liked it.
So for my positives for Ant-Man, I would have to say the acting, the storyline I thought was pretty good. The comedy really worked for me, almost all of it. I like the training. I mean, I like the whole storyline of him being a bad guy, sort of, and then he needs his life to get turned around, and then he doesn't want to do it, but then he realizes it's his best way of seeing his daughter again. I mean, the villain, this is one of those villains, it's kind of like for Batman v Superman. I liked Lex Luthor because he was kind of just jittery and just kind of weird. And for this one, the villain, I guess at the end we got into his suit. It was pretty cool.
If it's just say the positives.
No, I'm saying this is my positive. I like the villain.
He has one of the best quotes.
I thought we were using mice.
What's the difference?
And then also another quote I wanted to play. One of my favorite or funniest moments in the movie was when the girl when she was, or what's her name? When the Wasp Hope is arguing with her dad, and then he draws the line.
Need you close to cross, otherwise this mission cannot work.
We don't have time to screw
Hope,
around.
Please,
he is
listen
a criminal.
To me, please.
I'm your daughter.
No!
The comedy, the action, the acting, the storyline. I mean, I can't think of any really negatives for me for this. I mean, it's not gonna be a 10 out of 10, but
positives are obviously the main characters. The three guys he gets with are really good. I definitely thought the chemistry between them was really good. That's why basically all the comedy with them worked. I can't think of any of that didn't. And I liked how he got his suit. It kind of took a while. Then I liked how Hank Pym how that was introduced into the story. How he came in and needed him, and then the whole storyline with him using him instead of Hope because he didn't want Hope to die is pretty good, I thought. Then the action I thought was pretty good. There's most of it, instead of action for this, a lot of it's the shrinking stuff where they replace it with action. But the fight scene between him and Yellow Jacket was really good at the end, where they were on the train and stuff.
But no, all the action was really good. It was kind of funny and cool how they had different things grow and shrink.
Yeah, Thomas the Train.
But then the ant at the end, the giant ant that's running around. I don't think they really say what happens with him. Good for negatives for me. I guess I just have to say it's not there's no glaring negatives. I mean, I feel it's definitely a good solo movie. It doesn't really connect as much as you'd want it to, even though it does have a good connecting scene where you see Falcon. I don't know if we talked about that before.
No, we didn't. Yeah, the interaction between Ant-Man and Falcon is really good. How he had to go. That's a good way to include the Avengers. Even though Falcon's one of the lesser known Avengers, not this big of an Avenger, it was still really good. I feel like he was power level with Ant-Man, which made it good. Because if it was Iron Man, it would have been. It still would have been.
I feel like a negative for me might be just the fact that he didn't really let Hope do as much as she could have. Even though I guess at the end it takes away that negative because he does finally. I can understand why he didn't let her try the suit on, but that's kind of I guess another negative for me was kind of the main villain, kind of stuff that he did and said. He's killing sheep it's. They're mice.
Well, that is the one negative. One of the negatives I have is that the villain is just pretty forgettable. I mean,
unless he would have wore that suit from the beginning, you just don't get the full his Yellow Jacket scenes till the end.
It's just he's just so expendable. They try to say, well, he was related to Hank in the past.
Yeah, I guess that part of the storyline's a little bit off. And then I wasn't a big fan of the Baskin Robbins.
Well, here can I give a lot to do. You literally could have had anybody. He was just forgettable.
Who else could deliver a line like this?
What's the difference?
Really good line, but I'm saying but then the other negative is the new husband, that guy, the cop guy. He is really annoying. I know he's supposed to be, but that
annoying,
that brings down the movie for me just because, gosh, I cannot stand that guy.
He's supposed to be.
I know, but
that's what's supposed to happen.
I know, but I just can't stand him. I don't give an F what
Hey,
happens
he
at the
did
end of
his-
the
he did
movie.
his
I was
job.
all
That's
good. I don't
Hey,
care.
well,
But I definitely.
that was his role. So final thoughts for myself for Ant-Man. Like I said, it's really good. I didn't have too many or that high of expectations going into it, especially following Age of Ultron, which I really liked. I didn't know anything about this character at all. I really didn't have any clue what this movie was going to be about, except that it was just like a guy who's going to shrink things and stuff and be with ants. So for me, the acting is really good. A lot of the comedy work, probably 90% of it. Score, my rating for this would be, I'd have to give it a 9 point. It's as close as it can be to a 10, but not be a 10. So I'm gonna give it 9.9.
Wow, that's pretty good.
I liked it.
I mean, okay, so I'm not going that high for sure. I'm gonna have to rethink my grade now, but
I can't because I can't think of that many
no,
negatives for it.
that's
I don't know.
fine. But just I think I walked out of this movie like it was good. I mean, I didn't think it was great. It's not near my top
What's your
5
negatives?
favorite movies. That one guy, the cop guy,
He's
the
supposed to be
husband
bad.
cop guy, then the just the villain being kind of forgettable. It's just that's just
He had some
that's the
great
kind of stuff-
lines. Just
And
like
I walked out of the
Hoskins.
movie like that's kind of how I grade movies sometimes. When I walk out of the movie, how do I feel? But that's not completely how. I found some negatives. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10, which
I mean,
is
that's
pretty good.
That's still pretty high. I mean,
That's pretty good. I mean, I had a couple flaws that weren't big
It's
at
just-
all. It didn't ruin the movie, so I
see,
give it a 9.
one more thing I want to add in is just like I like villains that are just. I mean, a lot of people hate these villains that I like.
I didn't hate them.
Like if I had to name villains that I like that are not considered to be great villains by like the critics, it's like Lex Luthor in the Batman Superman. I know people hate him, but I like what he did. I liked this guy in this one. I liked Hoskins in Jurassic World. Everyone, I guess they're considered like cartoon characters, but I mean,
Yeah.
just they just have great lines that I'd like to see.
I didn't hate him. I just thought he was forgettable.
So that was our quick review of Ant-Man. A quick recap: I gave it a 9.9 out of 10, and Kenny gave it a
9 out of 10.
And the next movie that we'll be reviewing is
Civil War.
Civil War, and that's the last one before we do our first actual like full review of Black
Normal
Panther
review.
next. I'm not sure which day we're gonna be able to see it since we have a lot of stuff coming up.
I'll
with
probably
work
come up
and school.
Saturday or Sunday.
That was our quick review of Ant-Man, and we'll see you guys in the next movie review. Bye, guys.